What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Chew New Pod. I know Chew's not here, which is awesome because Quez is, so he's my co-host today. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. It's okay, don't worry about it. We don't need that 7-foot piece of crap. Anyways, episode 228. We were out for a whole week, almost 2 weeks or about a whole week. It was a whole week, right? Almost a whole week, 2 whole weeks, and because of the weather and everything, people got a little bit sick. But that got taken care of already, so we are up to shape. We got to get back on the ball here, guys. Second episode of this month, 228. We got some great guests coming our way today, your way actually, and we have merch and we got stuff to talk about. A lot of interesting stuff happening in the world today, but we're gonna get down to business. Yeah, don't even get me started. So. Voices around the globe, yeah, we spinning on your dial. Different stories, same dreams, touching hearts, cracking smiles. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Chew New Podcast. We are back live on Facebook on Chew New and my actual profile. Also, I got Quez in the house. But enough about this guy. Look at me. What's going on, guys? Interesting stuff happening in America today, but we can talk about that if we get to it at the end of the podcast. We got some great guests with us. We have a special someone that came back and brought friends with him. Yes, sir. All right, so we're gonna pop these bad boys up. We're gonna pop up right on top of the screen. Welcome back, Mr. Water is back in the house. What is up, Water? Oh my gosh, man, you've grown. You have a beard and a mustache. What the hell happened? How time flies by so fast.
That's right.
Oh my God! I can wipe my own ass. What's up, man? Tell us who's with us today. Talk to me.
I got my producers, and I'm also officially I'm gonna be their number one artist.
There you go.
I'm gonna be their main artist. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working with them on a one-on-one basis. Also, Jesse Jackson, shout out to Pipe Gang.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've been working on music with them for the past year. They helped me out with my album that's gonna release pretty soon. I'll get into that right now. And yeah, they've been helping me out. I don't know if y'all want to introduce yourselves.
I'm Ricky Gonzalez and producer for Water, one of our Player Studios, and we're here making this music happen. Been working with Brandon for about a little bit over a year almost, producing nonstop. It's been constant productive work, which is great. Nothing to get block the constructive route of music. So everything's been great as far as I go. And I'm working here with my boy Mike Valdez, making everything happen, and I'll let him also express a bit of himself.
All right, man. Who else is with us? Go ahead.
Oh, my name is Mike Valdez. I'm the owner of Player Studio, and it's been great working with Water and with Ricky alongside.
Yes, sir.
Getting stuff done, just pure hustle from this guy. He's always in there. He's always coming by, always recording stuff, always ready for another song.
I get a lot of productive stuff done with Ricky. Most of the time, like whenever he's in the studio, work gets done. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. And the young ladies will say.
My name is Celine Reese. I'm also a local artist here in the RGB. Pleasure to meet you.
No, look, don't forget about it, guys. Don't forget it. They're gonna say anything about me. Oh, I'll get it. I'm just here. I'm just here.
Just
I get it now. So tell us a little bit about yourselves, man. I mean, let's start with the young lady first, because Water, I'm sorry, you've been here before. So let's start with the young lady first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got started.
I'm originally from Mission, Texas, born and raised in Alamo. A little bit about my music. My style is more of indie and Americana. I've had a little bit of a hard time discovering what my true identity with music was in the very beginning. However, as an artist, you tend to experiment. The more you experiment, the more you season your sound and your style. So through that, you just find an identity of a multitude of things.
Okay.
And that's how I describe what Americana means to me.
There you go.
It's definitely a multitude of things.
Now,
that's awesome.
Coming into this group as speaking to the gentleman who owns the studio, correct?
Sure.
How did you get in the music industry, and how did you come out making your studio making that studio become a dream come true for yourself?
A studio or a label?
It's a studio, but we're getting our way to becoming a label.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do that. But actually, I came through the studio because my dad's a Tejano legend.
There you go.
And so he recorded a lot of his hit songs through the studio after he was with Hacienda and everything like that. It's a Grupo Romance. And,
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
and so like they've been around for the longest time.
Yeah.
And so I left. I went on tour with the circus for like 7 years as music director. And when I came back from my tour, he was like, "Hey, you can keep the studio, you know, like I see you're getting serious with the music." And I was like,
Right.
"Okay, cool." And then I just ran with it, and I started just bringing in all kinds of talent, scouting talent, going looking for musicians, and just helping them get to the next step. You know, like never in it for the money. Always in it to help the community. And so
there you go.
always
That's good.
Bringing
That's good.
people in. If I see that they got something going for them, but they don't have the finances to get recorded somewhere, I always bring them in.
There you go.
And I record their songs, so
There
they
you
at
go.
least have one song done.
Right.
So that's always the main goal for me, is to get somebody with material,
Right.
give them the material that they need, and then let's see where they can get to from there. You know.
Right,
And
right.
I usually end up recording 2 to 3 songs with them before I let them go on their own.
Right.
But it's never like a, "Hey, you belong here." It's
Right,
okay.
right.
It's like, yeah, man, like, here, take this stuff, do with it as you please, and let's see where it takes you.
Right.
You know, and it's helped out a lot of artists, a lot of people, like you know, Young Water.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, working with him has been a big opportunity for me. You feel me? Like, it's helped me out a lot. I met Mike through the open mic nights. He's one of the hosts for the Flying Walrus. So any artists that are trying to get out there and stuff like that, like, that's like an open space for new up and coming artists, you know, to get their names out there. You feel me? And that's how I started. You know, I started working with them, and it's been helping me out a lot. And you know, I'm gonna continue doing, you know, more music with them, more stuff. You feel me? And I hope it gets bigger and bigger. You feel me?
It's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. So about yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Myself, my name is Ricky G. Once again, been in production for at least more than 20 years.
There you go.
I've been doing it for a while. Before anything, I was a musician as well, just like Mike. I was touring musician, playing with salsa bands and doing jazz and stuff like that.
Right.
Got back into the groove of working in the studio. Got my bachelor and master's degree in audio and mastering engineering at Full Sail. Also became one of their teachers as well for a moment. And,
There you go.
Sir.
And came back to the Valley where it was calling me, and we got back into the game. Back with Mikey, like, yo, I'm studying, now I'm school. Let's do something about it. And he came back in perfect timing. We linked up, and everything just magically started appearing.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
And thankfully, it's been grateful, and meeting new artists, seeing all these cats come into Flying Walrus in and out has been a awesome experience, because you get to see and experience different creativity.
Right.
From different aspects.
I know one of our guests is a little jumpy right now. He's looking over his shoulder.
Magically started right here. Where's she?
We were talking about some stuff beforehand, which we'll get into later on.
We'll get
in the
into it.
second half. But
Let's talk about here first.
yeah, let's talk about here first. Let the young ones that are in the room listen to exactly who you guys are.
Before you run out, let's just talk about
Before you run out, yeah, pretty much a little smoke screen. School! No, but so coming back as far as we interviewed Ward last time he was here. He was talking about trying to climb the ladder to get to where you're at right now. It's success, and fortunately, it's slowly happening.
Yes, sir.
Being a producer, being a lead guy for a studio or label itself, or a new artist that's walking into this industry, how do you feel the industry here in the RGV looks like for you guys? I mean, I know it's tough. Any musician can say out there, man, if I can be big in my hometown, in my barrio, in my area, shit, I can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
But here, it's kind of different because it's a vice versa reaction to us here. Now,
It's a very sensitive topic.
Yes. It's a very sensitive topic.
It's multicultural. So you got multiple people listening to different types of music.
Right.
So you're like trying to figure out which genre is going to be the one genre that's going to hit that niche in this area.
Right, exactly. So the years that you've seen it, now that you've been back trying to get the groove running, I mean, what are the obstacles do you see that sometimes, you know what, we're going to have to bite the bullet here. We're going to have to maybe cut a corner here. We got to do, I know we want to go by the book, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to get out there. You know what I mean? I mean, what is your analogy, your analysis on that?
Well, as far as like cutting corners and stuff.
Right.
That's always been like because we don't cut no corners in the studio per se, music wise. We always do everything
At the end, you know.
full. It's when we get to the video production and we get to doing the videos that we don't have that kind of help. So we're not charging the artists, and we're putting out the money for that.
Right.
So we can't just dish like $1,000 out to a videographer to make a video for one of our artists.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's where we end up having to cut some corners to try and just get some material out.
Right,
And
exactly.
like I don't believe in us having like being able to release a song without a music video on it.
Exactly.
Because it won't get the kind of traction. that it
Presentation.
would.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it just sells better when
Yeah.
they can see what they're listening
Yes, it
to.
does.
And you know, we can promote that on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on what have you.
Yeah.
And so, like, usually when it gets to the production side of videos, we end up having to figure things out
Right.
on our own. Luckily, we've had some videographers meet us in the middle. Like, they see what we're doing. Like, hey, look, let's help them out. Like,
Yeah.
I believe in this
Yeah.
project.
Right.
Let me help you believe in it too, and let's see where we can go with it. Like, one of our last videos we did was with a band called Código LA, and they're at like 300,000 views right now. And they didn't have the finances or any of that to put the video together, but we got together with a videographer, and 500,000, 300,000,
300,000
300,000
and climbing.
and climbing.
Wow. Wow.
And they've worked with all kinds of other videographers and studios, but all those other videos are like 5,000 views, 6,000 views, 10,000 views. I think one of them is like 90,000.
90.
So like this one from our studio, and it's been their biggest hit, and I feel
Right.
like it had a lot to do with like the quality, and even of the video itself, like the videographers that we got.
The
all the-
vision.
Right. Right.
they had this idea that we were just like, yeah, let's run with it.
Right.
You know, like, and we shot everything in the hood, basically. Literally 5 minutes from the studio, we had this
In the studio, so you can see the studio.
They
in the music
They
video.
flew a drone over the studio and they flew it into the studio as
Oh,
they're
wow.
walking in. So it's cool, and because it doesn't look like a studio from the outside, and then as soon as you fly in, like you see the booths, the bar, the lights, neons, and everything
Right.
like that.
Right.
Picture
So, like,
comes in.
So
Yeah.
it's almost
Really
like you get
does.
immersed into like another realm musically.
Right. Exactly.
But that's the only place that I see us usually cutting corners with it. But as far as obstacles, it's always like about preference of the listener, and a lot of times people down here, they say they like classic rock, but they like some classic rock songs. They don't like
Right.
classic rock in
Right.
general.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they like rap, but they like just some songs.
Some type of
Right.
So like
right.
trying to find the balance between like taking little nuances from songs that they like and putting them together and selling that new product.
Right.
That's our obstacle down here with
Right.
the public down here. But you go up north,
That was my next
or you go
question.
to the west or the east, you
It's
get
a different
out of
ballgame.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another
That's
ballgame.
where it starts.
Yeah.
And
That's where
what
it
I was going to
starts. All
ask
the
you.
genres coming out.
And that's what I was going to ask you, since you've been a traveling musician yourself. You've
Yeah.
been practically either the whole state of Texas, out of state of
Out of
Texas,
state of
wherever.
Texas,
you
yeah.
know, and the genres of music is different from what we are used to here.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
yes,
I mean,
sir.
when you're up there listening to this style, do you try to bring that down? Well,
Yes, I do. I try to incorporate a little bit of something new.
Right, right.
That way we can kind of, and I bring it peacefully. That way people don't get feeling like the whole beat's gonna be like over. No, I try to bring it into the beat slightly.
Yeah.
That way people feel it and then they don't get like over encompassed,
Yeah.
you know. Because sometimes if you keep putting that same type of people just, but if you
Yeah.
throw it in there slightly and then pull it out of the song, then everyone kind of starts. It's like you know they get attracted to it, bro.
Right,
It's like,
right,
you know,
right,
bugs the
right.
honey.
And going back to that, like working alongside this guy on the album, it's been amazing. It's like quality wise, everything. Like I've heard it, it sounds amazing. I can't wait to officially drop it. I know I've been delaying it for some time and stuff like that, but now I'm officially like, okay, it's ready. I want to drop this, and it's gonna be out on all platforms.
Well, let's take it back to day one when you
Yeah.
jumped into the studio
Yeah.
and started doing this album.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your reaction going First of all, the first song, because I know being in the studio, doing a recording, and Quest can be the same thing when you're doing music wise.
Yeah.
It's very critical to every little thing you do.
Yeah.
You got to hit the right note. You got to be on tempo. You got to be on the money.
That's why I
at
fuck
all
with
costs.
this guy. That's why I fuck with this guy's music, because he's very diverse.
Yeah.
I like that.
My style is always changing. So the way I came up with Water Mania was I was watching wrestling, you feel me? Like every main event, you know, is WrestleMania.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm making this as like, that's going to be the main event. You feel me?
Right.
And when I got into the studio with this guy, I was kind of like, okay, you know what? We're just going to make some hits and that's it. But hearing the final product, hearing the album itself, it changes. It varies. Like, you know, you're not going to get the same song every time, you feel me? It's gonna be different. It's emotion wise, like it hits you emotionally. So
out of all the songs you've done for your album, hold on, I got a buddy of mine here. It's Louis, bro. It's Louis. He's hitting me up here. Our number one fan here. I'm sorry, Louis. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ama. There you go, Louis. And Louis is asking, what about the song Ama? Why can't that be done? Sorry, guys. Hey, gotta give respect.
Rock and Roll Jane did it for Bronco.
This is true.
Yeah.
Come on now. This is true. So, all the songs that you've done for this album, which one? There's always got to be that one song that you're like, you've done it so many times already, and you're like, why do we have this song in here? I know I wrote the damn thing, but why do I have to continue? Is there one song? Because usually that one song that you like struggle with, and you're like, is usually the one
it was
that
like the hardest song to work on.
Yes.
Shit, what was the hardest song to work on, man? I mean, usually when I go into the studio, bro, it's really in and out, you know, like I get it done as soon as like, you know, real quick, you know, right there. But
treat it like work.
Man, I gotta say
the needy of it, I think, was Far Away.
to make Far Away.
Best.
Yeah, that was like the most. It's because it's a 2-part song, so you're gonna get the first part, and then it's the second part. So in the first part, I talk about, in that song, it's more about I lost some friends. I had some friends that passed away back then, you know, and I made this song dedicated to them. You feel me? And it was hard. It was hard making the song because, you know, like I had to put my emotion into it, and I had to think about, you know, go back and think about that day. You feel me? So, I mean, it's a really amazing song. I can't wait for everybody to hear it. Like I said, it's a 2-part thing. So the first part's just me, and then the second part is featuring Jesse Jackson.
There you go.
So he talks about his uncle passing away as well too. So
wow, so that's that's awesome.
Yeah, and I've been working alongside with Jesse Jackson on all my projects and stuff like that. We have a lot of features coming out, a lot of Valley rappers, Valley artists that we've been working with and stuff like that. I have a feature coming up with Condre, the reggaeton artist, pretty soon. So I can't wait for that one as well.
Awesome.
These guys produced it for me, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hit. It's
awesome.
one of them ones,
awesome.
you feel me?
Now, being the new artist, looking from the outside in, seeing him in the studio working, what's going through your mind as far as like, wow, I mean, this is all happening in front of me. Are you, at the same time you're watching this happen, are you taking notes, trying to say, you know what, I need to be on point when it's my turn to get in there? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts, I've had the honor to work alongside these gentlemen and be in the studio with Waters. It's all work, no play. Like these gentlemen really just go in there and they nip it in the bud, and each time they do, it's just, they don't stop. Even if they get something wrong, they're like, we'll perfect it in a moment, we'll perfect it, we'll come back to it. However, let's just keep going because we don't know what else we can create or get from this moment.
Right, I hear you. Yeah, and that's the good thing when you have a group of people together in a studio. And, you know, there's so much brainstorming going on.
It's more like having a team of individuals that are on the same damn page and they have the same vision.
Yeah, and the cool part about Mike's studio is like, you be chilling at the studio and a whole band will come in, you know what I'm saying? And then, like a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole band will be jamming out there, and then they'll be like, hey, can you add a part to this song? Or can you do this? And they'll be like, yeah, like I'll stick around, like I don't mind putting in the work, you feel me? So they'll be cooking up a beat, and they'll bring like a live saxophone, or they'll bring like a live pianoist or something like that,
You
you
got
know?
the piano guy. He has a little monkey in his
Yeah.
shoulder. What the hell? Does that monkey do anything? Don't freak out there, bro. You got a monkey?
You know what, dude? I'm gonna sit behind him so he won't be scared. So I'll block the way.
Pop on the side of your shoulder. It's okay.
It's all right.
Going back to like people coming into the studio, I want
Yeah.
to give a big shout out to Wes. He was on the piano for Fly Away. It came out really solid. Like his piano part was amazing. Like
That's awesome.
It brought in the song together. It tied everything in. You know.
That's awesome.
That was
man.
one of those last minute add-ons too.
Yeah.
Because I brought him
Yeah.
in because we were doing some work for this Broadway in Colorado. and
Okay.
He was gonna record some parts so I could send out to them, and Water was like, hey, what if we did something like they're working on a song, and I'm like, hey, you know what would tie those songs together? Live piano, and let's throw it in there. And
Yeah.
we tried it out, and he's just
Murdered
a straight
it.
badass.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He picked up the
Yeah.
song real quick. He's like, let's just do it real quick so we can work on some other stuff. And I was like, what? And it ended up being like really
Beautiful.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Let me hit it again. And again and again and again. He finally got to something that we
Yeah,
really
and
enjoyed.
even Mike throws live because he plays the bass. He plays other instruments as well. But there's songs that Mike's have thrown in like bass, on his own. So he brings everything when it comes to music. He has it all. Yeah, he's the glue to this, bro. You know what I'm
I hear
saying?
you. You gotta have that one person's the glue in the
Yeah,
group.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
sure.
true.
Most definitely.
That's it, most definitely, man.
Down to earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions you want to toss out?
Oh man, I'm just hearing all this information. I'm interested.
He's collecting.
I want to hear music, like more music from you guys. I really do, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard music from you, and
Yes,
like
sir.
I said, I'm a fan, bro. I really am a
Appreciate you.
fan.
Appreciate you, bro.
We also make jingles, so if you guys need a jingle,
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Interesting.
yeah.
Oh,
You give
man.
us a reference, we got you.
Man, something to do with a monkey.
I played their jingle not too long ago.
I think he's trying to give us a hint. You change your shit, dude. Your shit is just messed up.
You used to be in a rock band, or like before?
Yeah, I've been in multiple bands actually. I've been with from like known bands. Cali Carranza.
Yes.
I played with them.
Oh shit.
You're familiar. That's what I'm saying.
Tradición Carranza. I played with Music. I played with what is it? Bucking Crazy. I played with them.
Oh shit. You know Roy then?
Oh yeah, I know Roy.
Yeah, Roy and I graduated together.
Yeah, he graduated with my sister too.
I think Double Uncle plays with Bucking Crazy too.
Does he?
I don't know. I don't know his
yeah,
name.
man. Everybody knows Bucking Crazy is, man.
I played with them for about a year, and then I played with Mark Berry Band. Played with Ricky Jankowski and Desert Bloom.
And that is why he is the glue.
He's the glue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no,
Yes,
and those
sir.
are just a couple of the names that I played with. I was music director for Cico de Manos Vasquez for 7 years. I worked in Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas for 3 years.
Right.
America's Got Talent for 1.
There you go.
There you go.
And I was music director for all of those shows.
That's
Yeah.
freaking awesome, dude. There you go. All around, bro.
Just
All
got
around.
back from Dubai.
Yeah.
The glue,
Yeah.
the glue, man. And I mean, for Water and the young lady here with us today, I mean, to be surrounded by two gentlemen that have actually been on the road,
Yes.
been there, done that, and to actually
got
have
stuff under their belt.
Exactly, but the beautiful
Yeah.
thing is that them sharing the experience on what to expect when you're out there, because there's so many. I've known so many musicians that have gone out there, that've been out there on their own. They've made it big. They've played in big bands, and they come back and you have these young guys. Hey man, I want to do what you did. Well, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, well show me. Well, if I did it, you need to learn.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. You got to give back. You got to say, "Okay, man, look, I'm going to show you the steps." But don't forget
Exactly.
who showed you the steps.
Give
You
credit
know,
where
give
it's
a
due.
little gratitude back.
Credit there.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of musicians, being myself a musician myself, we tend to like, all right, man, I'm showing you the steps. Please show me just a little gratitude when you make it big, or if for some reason you get hurt somewhere, hey man, I want to say thank you. You know, just something. It doesn't have to be like a big gesture.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't
but
forget
just
about us.
exactly. Don't forget about the little guy.
Always come back to your roots, is what I say.
Exactly. Yeah. Stay close to your roots. Yeah, exactly.
No matter how much your roots don't, how can I say it's being blunt? I'm just saying, my opinion. No matter how much your roots don't like what you're serving, but in time, it becomes something that everybody wants, and they end up liking it too.
Exactly.
It's okay. It's
Exactly.
all right. Come back to your roots, change it.
Yeah.
Change that pattern.
Quest Black. Running,
I know, I'm just
running
saying.
2028.
No gas prices.
Low gas prices. By the day I get hired now, but
It's crazy you said that actually, because that like makes a lot of sense to me, because when I first was here before I left and did all that stuff, I had already given up on music and started becoming a firefighter. And I
Right.
was going through that whole process of doing the firefighter because there was no gigs for me. Nobody liked the way I played because I would play too much. And I would add too much and turn everything into a solo,
Right.
turn everything into like, well, why is he playing the guitar part? He's the bass player. Like, you know, like, so like, nobody,
love that story.
Nobody ever wanted to, nobody fucked with me. Nobody wanted to work with me, hire me, or any of that stuff. And then I get called to go audition for the circus, and it's just like, oh yeah, we want you to play that here, and we want more of that, and yeah, let's go. And then New York is like, everybody's crazy. Like LA, everybody's crazy.
There you go.
And then Las Vegas, like, it's like a huge variety of musicians out there.
Right.
It's like super fucking amazing musicians that you'd be hanging out with at the bar, and you don't know this guy, he plays drums for Marcus Miller. This guy just did the Johnny Johnson show over here, and it's just like, what? And then it's like musicians that are beyond subpar. And it's just like, ugh, it's a huge gap in Vegas. But about, you know, what you said about the roots is I asked my dad to show me how to play guitar, and he was like, no, you gotta learn on your own. You gotta learn how I learned. You gotta learn how I learned. So I was like, yeah, that's true. It happens.
I hear you.
I was forced to learn how to play accordion, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't want
You
to
gotta
play
learn.
I learned a little bit. Learned how to play the mañanita. That's about it.
That's all I know. That's all.
A little bit of polka.
It was for you, Mom.
A little bit of tragos amargos.
I tried. And then I started seeing MTV, and I started seeing LL Cool J, started seeing Tupac, all this stuff.
yeah.
And my heart is R&B, but when I started seeing Brian McKnight, when I started seeing, Michael Jackson, pop, all that stuff, I just fell in love with music.
And it was just like I was setting in when I was getting here. Like what I'm trying to go for is more of the R&B melodic style. You feel me? Like I like rap, but I like that's gonna catch your attention.
That's why
you know what I'm saying?
my attention.
Yeah. So like you gotta have that hook that's gonna be like catchy. They're gonna be like, I want to hear that.
Yeah, you know what? And I'll throw a name in. I'm not sure what his status is here in the RGB now, but a young kid, I think he's from McAllen, by the name of Courtside J.
Oh yeah.
This kid, when I first met him, he came to the podcast and he tells, yeah, man, I got my music, it's doing well.
Yeah.
I go, doing well here? He goes, no, it's really big in Italy. in Italy. And he was showing me the numbers. And I'm like, shit, dude, that's crazy. And then through the years, we brought him back to the podcast when we were in the other studio, and I saw like total different change. I'm like, wow, this kid coming out of left field with this music. And then now that I see him now, even more when he's releasing more stuff, I'm like, sweet Jesus, this kid has it. Why hasn't anybody?
Like a track here, like a track that you put out could be a rock here in the valley. Overseas, it could be a gem.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Most definitely.
I mean, I don't want to sound boy bandish, but look at the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted them here in the U.S. Nobody was hearing it. They went for Germany out there.
England,
England.
Yeah.
And
Became
they
big.
blew up, dude.
Yeah.
And over here,
That's
that's
true.
what I say. Everybody started liking them.
picked up the trend.
Yeah.
Big trend,
for
big
real.
trend. So being on the road yourself, seeing all these musicians, I mean, how was your portrayal on that? I mean, as far as playing with all the different bands you were, I mean,
It was an experience. My thing was I always loved to go to the engineers and pick their brains because I want to know why do I sound so good, or, and mostly you want to know why they're doing their job, and
Right.
and me being a master engineer and knowing the job itself, it's always good to see what the live guy's doing, and
Right.
I always tried my best to like always say hi to those guys and always be the best because I know those guys can make your show or can break your show.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, my thing was always, hey, man, go take care of the engineers, how they're doing, and you know, and that's what my thing was on the gig. Get to know them, and then I would scuffle with the musicians and see who's a dick and who's not. You know, because that's how it is. You know,
You're right.
that's how it is. You know, sometimes you'll be there and one has an attitude and you don't know, and you're like, ooh, shit, you came up from the wrong. You said
No me
wrong
sir,
note.
el pinche basis, sir, no me te digo chingada.
Siempre, bro, siempre, no.
Siempre se pinche bases, bro. He wants to be the star.
It's just 4 strings, bro, just 4 strings.
He'll be like me, he doesn't even go here.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
The amount of times I've heard that. Tráete la otra con 4 cuerdas.
Ponle otra cuerda, bro, para que te me profesional. Yeah, I've heard my cousin and I, when we were in a band together, we would always pick on one of my good friend, my friend Steve, and great bass player, great jazz blues player. And when we play the music, he was like, "Yeah, man, you think you're all badass because you're a bass player." So he went out left field. He goes, "All right, fucker, you think I'm not that good player? All right." Week later, he comes back with a fretless bass. Oh. And we're looking at him like, what the fuck is that? It's a fretless bass, bitch. Why don't you try playing it? I'm all like, hey man, this is hard. That's right. Recognize, motherfucker. So I'm like, wow, okay, I ain't there fucking with you.
I'll shut up now.
I'll shut up now. But yeah, dude, I mean, that's great to have great to have all you guys here, man. I mean, the musician, to see that the RGV music scene is still alive and running, and it's been pumping since I was a kid, man. So I mean, it's great to know that the many genres are coming out of the RGV now. You know,
yes, different genres.
So, but I know the week we were supposed to have you here, and I was like, bro, I can't do it this week. Sorry, but yeah, I was running a little fever. I didn't want to say anything, but I was running a little fever. And then last week, Chu got sick, so he's still sick this week also. So we was like, you know what, not gonna transit.
Man, I really wanted to meet you this time, bro.
Trust me, I made you dodge a bullet. He's alright. He's alright. 7 foot of nothing, but
Next time.
with one leg missing, and one eye. You should be used to you in the circus. You know what?
I used to be like,
I said, what's up, Sean Logan in the podcast? Watching what's going on, Sean. Oh, Big Sean, this weekend, baby. This weekend, it's coming. I smell it.
I saw your post. I smell no pigeons.
I smell it coming.
We're gonna play the Commodores.
Lionel Richie.
But you guys are gonna play Lionel Richie and Commodores. Pigeons.
Oh my God. But anyways, that's football. We're not going there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't even go into the fact of other things happening. But guys, let's stay tuned for me. We're going to take some commercial break real quick. I'm going to announce some of our sponsors because you got to pay bills. Oh, yeah. But enjoy one of our sponsors, delicacies that he gave us this week. One of our great sponsors, and I'll get to that. If you want to go ahead and jump into that, you'll be all kind of right. Now, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, first thing I want to say is big thank you to Triple J Plumbing. Guys, if you're looking for a licensed plumber, give Jerry want to call at 956-854-9622 or Jerry at 956-478-5316. Triple J Plumbing does residential plumbing, guys. Licensed plumbers. Since the freeze came along, I'm pretty sure some people out there residential are looking for plumbers because there's a lot of pipes that busted.
Hey, that's the same commercial you made. They're looking like Magic Mike.
Hey, bro. Dancers. Hey, guys. Do not believe what you see in the commercial, guys.
You're the one that made that commercial.
I made that commercial for them, but do not believe what you saw in the commercial. Even though we have customers.
I thought it was a male escort.
Even though they did receive a phone call saying, guys, I need to clean your pipe. We need you guys to come, but please keep your shirts and your pants on. We just need to get a hose fixed. But by the way, that in particular video is still hitting big on TikTok. But give them a call, guys. Like I said, let them know Chew New sent you, and don't forget your crap is their bread and butter. So don't forget that. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Also, a big shout out to Anota's Constructions. Guys, if you're looking for a contractor for residential, commercial, remodel, renovate, These guys are great, top notch, man. Great craftsmanship. Guy is one of the greatest guys I've ever met, man. He was on the podcast. He had a wonderful podcast. He said some key things about new homeowners and stuff like that. They'll gladly help you out. Give him a call, 956-363-7195. Let them know Chewy News sent you guys. And we're going to come back to the picture here because these guys look like they might be answering for what our next sponsor is here. And you can go ahead and grab those balls in front of you guys.
Yeah, dude.
This is courtesy of Milo's Kettle Corn.
The
Big
best.
shout out to Kettle Corn, man. He's hooking us up today with Piccadilly.
I got okay.
Piccadilly.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good flavor.
Great.
Never had it.
Popcorn.
Hey, I got a question for you.
What's up?
So I ran into Milo during Fresco, and he said, "Hey man,
It's all lies.
did you get bags? Because we get bags tomorrow. We get bags to who?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't see any bags.
Don't lie to him, Milo. Don't lie to him, buddy.
So where are the bags?"
Well, it should be. Miles. But Milo's Kettle Corn, extra crunchy, extra fun. He does fundraisers, local events. He does a lot of stuff, man. Great guy, man.
He's always in Fresco.
Yes, always in Fresco. By the way, February, which is coming up, will be the last Fresco here in Wesco, Texas. I'm not sure. Yeah, next month. That's it. That's the last one.
Why?
That's the way it's set because Onion Fest comes after that. I
Oh,
believe,
yeah,
and all that
yeah,
great
yeah.
stuff. So, if you get a chance, look for Milo Gold. There's an QR code right there. Scan that bad boy. It takes you straight to him. Find out where he's going to be next. These guys, you cannot miss out on the great popcorn. Especially for the marinada popcorn that he makes. Oh, my God.
No, the kettle. What is it called? Corn in a cup.
Roasted corn. The roasted corn is also another great one, too.
You need to taste that
Next
flavor.
week, for
Roasted
our
corn.
guests, next week, we'll have the cheddar cheese popcorn that he gave us. Also, we'll be sharing that with Armando Reyes. El Cacahuate will be here next week with a couple of wrestlers in stock.
Oh,
So
really?
it'll be interesting. So, wear your yeah, I think he's gonna bring his leg. Just wear your sunglasses because Mondo's head's very bright, and I don't want anybody to get blind on the podcast. So, also, guys, big heads up if you guys want to be a subscriber to the Junior Podcast to great offers. We have our caps for sale. These are half off to our subscribers on Facebook, and for regular people that really want them, we'll give you kind of full price. But we have that, and we also have, give me that bad boy right there, the cap, what's next to it right there.
What is this?
This is a blanket that we have for sale. Also already packaged, ready to go. I think you saw last time's podcast.
Open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. No, man.
Coming in with all the good stuff.
It's cold in here.
Coming in with all the good stuff.
Come on,
You feel
man.
me?
It's the good shit.
Goodies and more.
I did.
Hey, it's kind of cold outside. You feel
It
me?
is, man.
Y'all need a blanket. You
I'm like,
know.
man, did income tax already come?
Yeah. Selling my blankets over there, water, and being myself, man.
Yeah, dude.
You're hired. But guys, thank you so much to all our sponsors keeping the lights on for us, bringing in great guests to the podcast, and so on and so forth, man. We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. So, for the second half of the podcast, we went over with the album and everything. We'll get to the very end, find out where the actual album release is going to be, and when little venues and tour dates you're going to be having coming up, and especially also for the young lady here when her next stuff is coming up also. So we'll get that in a minute, but. Topics of the day. Well, the one that's really running through the podcast right now. You
really want to go there?
The gentleman in the in the gray jacket has been hugging the pillow all this time.
Oh, we're talking about that.
He's been iffy. He just found out that we do have a little extra guest. She's been a studio guest since we moved in here. She likes to play around with the lights, mess around. You know, I would say it was a podcast gods that were messing with our audio. No, it was the little girl that's here that usually runs around and pushes the buttons on us here. So, but yeah, that goes. We don't recommend anybody to come and investigate here. You need to ask permission from the owners.
Yeah,
first.
we learned the hard way.
Yeah, we learned the hard way. We learned the hard way, but
Chancla.
almost. Almost. Yeah, but in order for you to do anything like that, if you need to call the main office and ask, and there's got to be paperwork filled and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's possible.
Yes, there is a story within the building here. It's a very old building. It's been around since I believe 1902, 1903. Don't quote my words. I'm not sure exactly what year. It's been it was started out. It's a hotel.
Yeah.
Started off as a hotel, and it was one of the first hotels in the inner RGV, which would belong exactly for Westaco before even Donna was even established.
Yeah.
This was a key point for a lot of great, not very important people that would stop
Like
here.
similar to the San Juan Hotel.
Just similar to the San Juan, which we actually did an investigation there also, which was but we had a lot of problems out when we
I
went
think
to
it
go
was
there.
the scariest. The people that we feared is the people that were alive.
Yeah, the
Not
homeless
the
guy
ghosts,
that just
the homeless.
kept on.
A homeless guy came out and saw el dueño. I'm like, how the fuck are you?
Ah, damn!
Damn, bro. All right.
How much electricity in this motherfucker? No. Turn off the AC. It's cold.
This was like a carriage stop, right? It was a carriage stop because that's all the way through, right?
It's all the way through. It's just 2 levels, man. And two or three.
San Juan?
San Juan, 2 or 3
Yes.
levels. Two levels, right?
2.
It was crazy, man. It was a crazy experience up there. But we're talking about ghost experiences, and you say there's a little thing in your studio that's a mirror.
It's a
That
big
little.
mirror.
It's a big mirror.
It's a big mirror.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
So it was
see the whole body on it.
it was a mirror on a dresser.
Uh-huh.
Before, and the dresser we parted ways with because it was just real old. Then I thought it would be a great idea to keep the mirror and put it
That's how
inside
it
the
starts.
vocal booth, right? Because I've seen so many artists that have come in to record and they're singing directly into the mirror, like they're looking into the mirror and they're like just singing and all this stuff. And then like as of recent, a lot of the artists that have been going to the studio, they're like, "Oh, I want to turn off the lights when I'm in here and be singing and stuff." So I'm just like, "Okay, I guess." I mean, there's lights for a reason, but not like. But when we'll be there alone, we'll see people walking in front of the mirror or like somebody looking out from the mirror. We have a big window in our mastering room, and as we're working and looking out into the other booths, we'll just see somebody walk past, and then they don't continue walking past. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
And it's happened to a bunch of the guys that work there. Like, it's happened to myself a lot. Ricky,
Happened to us together.
Happened-
We thought
oh.
it was your dad, and I was like, "This is a tall ass person walking because his dad's a tall man.
My
His
dad
father's
is
a tall man." So I was like,
super tall.
"Dude, this is a really tall ghost." And I saw the big shadow. So me being me, I get up at the studio desk, walk out, and I'm literally looking for this person. Because I literally saw the shadow. I'm like, "Dude, this shadow was you." And then he was like, "Dude, I think I saw it as well." And I was like, it literally just went back, came back, and
I have a crazy ghost experience.
Go for it.
I really
man.
did. So, it was this. I was little, bro. I was like, I gotta say, like 7 years old. You know, or maybe younger. You feel me? This is over there in my hometown in Rio Grande City where I live. There's a cemetery right behind my house. You feel me? So
Oh, snap.
I would always go to my friend's house. You know, like right across the street. We met in school and stuff like that. And I didn't know he was my neighbor. And every day I would go over to his house. You know, we'll play games. You know, we'll play outside and stuff like that. And so this one time, like, we would always do this thing where we would play, like, ghost hunters, you know, like, do that crazy shit. But we would do it at night, you know? And the craziest thing, bro, so I was walking over to his house, right? And at the across the street, there's this, it cuts into a Y close to where my house is, right? So there's this, like, old school tire that's, like, right over there on the other side. And as I was walking, I made no, like, you know, thing about it. Like, I saw somebody standing in the middle, and I was like, oh, it's probably, like, you know, one of their, you know, kids or something just playing around, whatever. So as I was walking across the street to go knock on my friend's door, and I just saw a girl just standing there, and I was like, okay, this is weird. So I knock on his door, and he opens the door, and I'm like, hey, bro, am I tripping? I don't know. Is this just me or, you know, whatever? And he was like, what is it, bro? And I was like, do you see that girl that's standing right over there across the street? And granted, it was like 10 o'clock at night, like, you know, 12 o'clock at night.
Right.
And he was like, he did one of those where you like peep like the other side of the door, you know what I'm saying?
Let me
and he was
see.
like,
Hey, what part of McAllen were you at?
and he checked and he was like, yeah, I see her too. So I was like, okay, bet. That's crazy, okay. And we were trying to say, hey, like, you know, we thought she was lost or something, but she had like her hair like over her face.
Oh, shit.
And she had like an old school like dress, you know, with like a pink bow. Like she looked old school, bro. Like,
Yeah, I would walk over already.
Yeah,
I would
walk out. I would walk
Yeah.
out.
No, this was outside. So we were kind of getting close, and we were like, hey, like, where your parents at? Like, you know, do you know where she's at or no? Like,
Right.
no response. So eventually, like, right before we get to the road, a bus comes, bro, like real fast, and the bus just passed, you know, and she was gone. She wasn't
Manos
there.
chinga.
Yeah, she was gone.
What city was this in?
In Rio Grande.
Oh, yeah.
Real-
So I take it, have you gone to the Laborde Hotel?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
Have you spent the night in there?
I haven't spent the night
We
there.
have,
no.
dude.
That's crazy.
Crazy shit.
I want to ask a
Really?
question. I have an important question. This mirror that you have in your studio, whose idea was to put that mirror in there?
It was my idea.
His.
Really? Was it?
It was my idea.
Really?
Like
Why? If
I
you're
think I know
really-
why.
If you
I
are
think I know
really
why.
Mike, if you are really Mike,
I think I know
if
why.
you're really Mike,
The reason why he had it on, he was into this bad boy here. I bet you when you put the mirror on, you had this bill, right? You were doing it?
Was that a bad way?
By the way, I don't own the rights to this song. If you don't know the song, look it up.
Hold on, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Did you have a hole somewhere? It puts a lotion on, Lizzie. It puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, the hole wasn't that deep. So.
Give my dog, Oh my god, one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen in my
I'm
life. Anyway.
surprised I'm in Rio Grande City and you've never gone to that hotel.
I mean, I've gone to it. I just never stayed there. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't stay there, but we the ghost group that I'm in, the paranormal group that I'm in, we rented out the whole hotel.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we
Yeah.
stayed there, dude. And
That's
it was
crazy.
crazy.
That's not the only thing that's haunted though. There's also the school
war-
in the Fort Ringgold.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also that too,
Yeah.
like Fort Ringgold, it's
Yeah.
also haunted. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. The
Brownsville,
school,
too.
what school?
Brownsville. Yes.
It's one of the schools in the I think it's Ringgold Middle School.
Yeah.
Or like the Ringgold
Really?
the Ringgold School or whatever. There's a school in there that's really old and like they don't let nobody like. Cause there's a fence around it.
Yeah.
It used to be a fort, but there's a fence around it and stuff like that. And the building's like you know out of commission, like it's broke down and stuff like
That's
that. So-
crazy, man.
But they don't let you.
Dangerous.
They don't let anybody just go to like that
Right.
side of the
Yeah.
fence. You feel
Right,
me?
right,
Like,
right,
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, Brownsville
man.
too. Brownsville is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
Brownsville.
Yeah.
is
So,
crazy.
experiences of any ghosts yourself
Yeah.
at Brownsville?
Yeah, I was with I'm a veteran, so I was with a bunch of Marines. We did a thing for
Oh, by the
Marine
way,
veterans.
thank you for your services.
Thanks so much. The guys were like, hey, let's do this ghost adventure type of thing with a bunch of Marines, and like it's gonna be like a little retreat. It's paid for, so we went, and they got, I guess it was a license for that battle area out there.
Right, yeah.
We went out there at night, and which is usually closed off. No one's allowed. So
Exactly.
they bought a ticket for that, and we were out there, and I swear we were hearing cannon fire, bro. Like I was out there, and I'm a
believe it.
mortarman and I have shock weapons, and I'm like, bro,
Right.
that night that we were out there, I could definitely sound like there was cannon fire in that area.
Right, right,
And
right.
it's way out there, bro. It's like desolate as hell.
That's crazy.
And I was
That's
like, man, it was
crazy.
the Spanish War, and nothing is touched. Like, no one's allowed to touch the area. You
Yeah.
can't take rocks with you or anything. Like, they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
take a rock with you. Let's see what's happening. I'm like, okay.
Goddamn Hawaii, man. I'll tell you right now.
No, man. When they tell you that, I was like, nah, I won't pick up any rocks or anything. And I was just like,
Never take
Yeah.
anything.
My uncle made the popcorn that key. You know, ghost
Yeah.
popcorn out.
it felt
Don't worry,
really
buddy.
eerie out there. It felt
We
really
got-
sad, bro.
We got enough. we got enough. No,
There's
I've
more
heard.
sadness than anything out there.
I've heard
Really sad.
stories of people that go out there. I have a lawyer friend of mine who sometimes does little ghost investigation, and he says he's gone out there on his own, and he says that it's real heavy. It's like
Sad as hell, bro.
sad as hell. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that,
sad as
that
hell. Mm-hmm.
sense of sadness. And he walks through the areas, you know. And I'm like, dude, I would love to go out there and go check that out. And he goes, yeah, we'll get one of them. We're supposed to go, but something happened and it didn't happen. So like, nope, we're not going out. So, all
Hey,
right.
things happen for a reason.
Exactly.
Things do happen for a reason.
Yeah, they really do happen for a reason, man. So I mean, as far as tour dates, Water,
Yeah.
Is there anything big coming up on the way?
Yeah. So, I might be going to the Dominican Republic with my boy Mike here and Ricky. Pretty soon. So we're gonna be out there. Me and Jesse Jackson, Unknown. It's gonna be a big experience. You know, it's just something different for me.
It's not might.
No, yeah, we are gonna. Yeah.
Oh, we going.
Yeah.
We going.
Yeah.
Well, I'm already gonna be there, so
Yeah.
you're coming.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully try to take the Dominican Republic by storm. You feel me, with our music.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Making something different for their culture.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You just gotta
Yeah.
try all the outlets. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta
Yeah,
test the waters everywhere. You know,
Exactly.
that's the
Yeah.
whole point
No
of it.
pun intended.
No point. No
No
pun
pun intended. You
intended.
gotta test the water.
Test the
Yeah.
waters
Test the water.
everywhere. No pun intended. But as far as yourself, is there anything coming up?
Yes, actually, I will be playing a show later next week at Roosevelt 7 in McAllen, Texas on Main Street.
There you go.
I'll
There you
go check her
And
out.
got hired by a wonderful musician. His name is Jay Muniz. There's gonna be about 7 of us performing. My set time will be at 10 o'clock. So if you guys have some free time, come down to McAllen, Texas, and feel free to come to Roosevelt.
That's awesome.
There you
We're
go.
more than
There you
happy
go.
to have
I
you
want to
here.
make a couple shout outs. I got my boy. Shout out Renee. Shout out Remy. Shout out Janet. Shout out Melissa. All y'all from Rio. Y'all are real.
Why aren't they watching the podcast, bro? Why? Oh my
Hey, y'all go
God.
check out Chew and Do.
No, it's
Sorry,
cool,
bro.
man.
I'll
It's
come next
cool.
time.
Well,
Shout out Gable too.
Gabe.
Got
there you go,
2.
man.
Shout out Risk It All.
As far as the stuff going
Oh,
on,
risky. Come to risky.
that's going on now with as far as your production goes in what you got rolling here for these young artists. Is there any words of encouragement for them? On you know, when they're finally gonna step on the stage, or when what do you? In other words, like a pep talk before they go on.
Like before they go on stage.
Yeah, or before they
What I
roam
tell
off
my
the line.
guys. Oh my God.
Do your job.
No, for when I do like big productions and stuff like that, like it's I try to make it feel like it's all about fun, it's all
Yeah.
about it is a job, and like when performing for artists that are doing like circus acts, like that could be detrimental to them, like because they are like they've ate, slept, and shit this music for rehearsing, and so they're highly tuned to certain hits that they're expecting in their songs. But to my guys, I don't want them to feel like, oh, that's pressure. Like it's like, hey,
Right.
let's do it. It's another day. Like we do 550 shows a year. Like it's gonna be nothing. Another walk in the park, 14 shows a week sometimes. So it would just be like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's get on stage. Yeah, la carne asada. It's gonna be waiting for us after the
Vámonos,
show.
cabrón.
But like for the guys down here, that it's a little rougher because they don't have the crowd that's paying $80 a ticket, $200 a ticket.
Right.
And when somebody spends that kind of money or they get free tickets for a show like that, they tend to enjoy it or be harsh critics about it. But
Right.
out here, whether they pay for it or not, they're gonna criticize you up and down.
Right.
So like the boys out here is just like just to like get it done. Like we just gotta do it. It's the next step. It's the step to the next show.
Right.
I never really have to like pep them up before anything like that. They're usually already pepping
Ready.
themselves up.
Yeah.
Because they all know what it is.
I hear
These
you.
guys are experienced. They've been in the
Game time.
game for a minute.
Yeah, every time we step on the stage, you gotta give it your all. You feel me? You can't just
Leave it
go in
on
there
stage.
half-assed it. You gotta give it your all. And even like me, since I've been performing, I've done shows where there's little to nobody there, and I still go out there and
Yeah. Yeah.
perform like I had a crowd in front of me.
I
you know?
consider that practice.
Yeah.
There's one thing that I will say that like I always try to live by, and I always try to force that onto my musicians, is like perform every show like it's your last show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because you never know.
You never
what
know
will
who's
happen.
there.
You never
Yeah.
know who's there. And this happened to me. That's why I got picked up for Soleil. I was working in New York, and obviously, when New York is a bigger opportunity place, like there's a lot more eyes to be on you. But me being just a music director, like 30 feet up on this stage, playing, doing my stuff, I had an employee come up to me after the show, and he's like, "This guy wants to talk to you in the front," and I was like, "Okay." Let's go. I'm like, a guy.
Again.
No, and I go and I speak to this guy, and he's there with his family, and I'm like, oh, it's just compliments, right? I'm just thinking like that, and he puts his kid down, pushes his family aside, and he's like, look, I need to talk to you. I came looking for artists to perform in a show that I'm making, and I couldn't keep my eyes off of your performance all night. Like, I see what you were doing. This is the second time I come to watch the show. I had to fly to Vegas, get my family, come back just to watch the show again. And I was just like, why would you do that? like, why would you do that? And he's like, offered me the job.
Right.
And, you know, like, it's like what always happens. Like, at first you're just like, I've been offered so many things, so many times, so many different faces, so many different places, and it's never turned into anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I treated it like, okay, bro.
Right,
Thanks,
right.
man. It sounds real nice and pretty and everything like that. What was your name, Sasha? I don't know. That's cool. It's nice to meet you, bro. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. You and your family, you all have a great day. Thank you so much. And he's like, no, please, text me right now your phone number. And I was like, yeah, man, I'll text you. It's fine. Send him a text. He's like, I'm gonna get you in contract. I'm gonna email you a contract tomorrow and all that shit.
Right.
And then it happened. And I was just like, it blew my mind because it's stuff like that you only see happen in like TV shows, movies, whatever, or bullshit that your friends tell you.
Right.
And it's like that shit happened to me, and I was just like, well, damn. I'm glad I was like living by that fact to play every show. Like, it's my only show. It's
Right.
the only thing I can do today.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I do. Like, because what if tomorrow never comes? You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And besides, the biggest point was like, you never know who's watching.
Right.
All you need is one person or the right person.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
I feel like personally as well, when it comes to like community and the songs that we bring out into the public, you never know who it's gonna resonate with.
Yeah.
You never know if someone's having a hard day coming out to come see you and they're like, you know what, your song, your music spoke to me and it made me feel better. Or, hey, I've actually had people come up to me. There's this song that I wrote called Heaven's Door, dedicated to my late father that passed away last year. I've had people come up to me after that I sing that song, and it's like, hey, I've lost a loved one, like, I understand, like, I empathize with you. A lot of the times I give people a hug because music is all about love. You know, it's meant to be shared amongst everybody. It's not something meant to be gate-kept.
Right. I hear you.
So
I hear you. Where do you stand on yours as far as the way it's coming down the line? I mean, about
It's
music.
coming beautifully. Everything's peacefully. It's coming in peace, man. It's beautiful. So it's the puzzle pieces that we were missing are finally coming together.
Right.
Yeah.
Musically and with artists. Now the workflow that we didn't have is coming into the workflow we needed. So now
Yeah.
it's
Right.
becoming,
That's awesome,
it's
dude.
beautiful. It's like a little
It's a great feeling, dude.
It's a
No,
beautiful
and
When
every
you
day
find
we're
that too.
working, like every single day. Like there's times where we go into the studio at 8 o'clock and we don't leave there till 7, 8 in the morning.
That's beautiful, bro.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's just straight pure work.
That just says a
Especially
lot
with
about you as
me,
an artist.
Jesse
Yeah.
Jackson. He's seen me right now, but Jesse Jackson, we both been going to the studio every single day, bro. Like there's not a day that we don't miss. Like it's just straight work, you know,
Yeah.
and that's all it is.
Right. So I'll leave Water for the last word. Now that you have people that are in your path that are helping you towards your success, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, well, I just wanna say I'm very blessed for all the things I've done. I was on the 956 ciphers. I did 4 of them. I was the only rapper here in the RGV to be on 4 ciphers. You know, and then speaking about the Dominican Republic, I can't wait to go on tour to be with Mike. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's something life changing. This is a big opportunity.
Yep.
You know, you don't take something like this lightly. You feel me? You don't get it every day. But I do want to represent the Valley as best as possible, as best as I can. You know what I'm saying? Not only the Valley, but myself, you know. And represent these guys, you know. They've been helping me along the way, and I'm not going to forget them, you know. It's like, I tell this guy every day, like, I'm going to be recording with y'all. Like, when I make it, like, I don't need any other producer. Like, I want to be working directly with
Exactly.
you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
great,
that's the vibe, you know. That's just
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing I've been on, you know what I'm saying?
I
And
hear you.
yeah, man, it's been a good journey, you feel me? And
As far as everything that I've heard today about you all, like you guys, you have a perfect team
Yeah.
right here, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody has a role,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
So it's perfect. You got it. Start moving.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's all about. Guys, we are 57 minutes into the podcast. Nothing but fun today.
And ghosts.
And ghosts and a mirror where my buddy over here just
I
has
just-
fun in front of it.
I just want to add one more thing, you know.
Just on the weekend.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, I just recently lost my grandpa.
Oh, okay, all right.
He passed away at 101 years old.
Hey,
he was a veteran.
Represent.
He came out on News Channel 4 and everything like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
They made it a big thing, bro. So,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I got to see my cousins and stuff. You know, it was a life-changing experience. But
Wow,
you know,
101, dude.
That's a great, he lived a great life, man.
He
Yeah.
beat out Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter with 100 years. Homeboys, they 101.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was crazy to see him, like, you know, memorialize him because, you know, like, there was veterans out there that were, like, you know, they did the 21 gun salute
Right,
and all that.
right.
And it was crazy seeing that, you feel me? Like, it's
That's
just
crazy, man.
Yeah.
101.
101 years old,
My
bro.
condolences, bro.
Well, yeah,
I appreciate y'all.
condolences,
Appreciate
yeah.
y'all.
I mean, condolences, and I mean, celebrate his life for
Yeah.
so
I would love to live all the way to 101. Shit.
Yeah, be badass, man. Can you imagine living 101?
Yeah, dude.
Hoping for 50, bro.
Well, I'm rounding there already, buddy, so it's not a big thing. I think, yeah, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Not a big thing, but chicken wings. But
I stay at the 43.
yeah, watch it look comijitos. No, but guys, first thing I want to say thank you once
Appreciate
again for
you,
coming
guys.
out, Water, bringing some extra special guests with you,
Yes,
man,
sir.
to hear talk a little bit
Yes,
more
sir.
with you and what's going on in the future. All I can see to each one of you is just keep pursuing on what you're. Oh, this guy was gonna make a rhyme there. Keep
When is the
pursuing what you're
album
doing. Unity.
Okay.
But
Yeah, the album should be dropping in 2 or 3 weeks from now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Watermania coming out soon, y'all.
as soon as it drops
We'll give you
itself.
2 days. We'll give you a 2-day advantage.
Let us
okay.
know. Send it to our page, and we'll gladly actually push it for
sure,
you.
for
Also,
sure,
man.
for
For
sure,
sure,
bro.
for sure,
For sure.
for sure. Nothing.
That's dope.
That's so.
Yeah.
But like I said before, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep just
Yeah,
stay
you
on.
got
stay on the
got
road.
an awesome blueprint.
Yeah.
Just keep
Yeah.
moving, man.
Just keep going, and
Yeah.
eventually you'll add more to your blueprint, and you know, just
Music that I got out right
Yeah.
now, Waiting Games is out now, and I'm also gonna be dropping one called The World Is Yours, pretty soon. So they're gonna be singles, and then Watermania's dropping.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah.
Guys, keep a lookout for Water and all the great music that's
Watermania.
coming in. Watermania, featuring Hulk Hogan and Sting. And Ric Flair.
I don't know about Hogan, bro. No,
We in here, limousine ride, they kiss any girl in here. He was that one right there, make her cry. But anyways, guys, thank you so much, man. I hope we can do this again, bring you again. Any more artists that come your way, just reach out to us. We're glad to have you on here also. We love featuring new artists and see how the artists that have been on the show are doing. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming out,
bless
man.
you all.
And bless you guys. Guys, this is the podcast for this week. I'm sorry I took you guys off. Go ahead and say your goodbyes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. There you go.
Take it easy, y'all.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. It's me time. No, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this week. One thing I want to say to everybody out there that's going on in the world, stuff that we've seen on TV already. With I'm not going to use the actual word, but I'll use the word Yahtzee. That's been tossed on television all over the place.
Gonna be a lot of pissed off big mamas.
All I can say, guys, is just one day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. No, but seriously,
Shout out
guys.
to the Gulf of America.
Yeah, oh gosh, shut up. Anyways,
I'm just being fucking sarcastic.
bro. This is
I ate Milo's, man.
this whole thing that's actually been that's been tossed out as far as the immigration going out there, and now ICE supposedly what's going on. There's so much stuff going on, guys. I don't even want to get into the peanut butter of it. So,
Try to stop me.
but
McDonald's.
hey,
That's all I'm
guys,
saying.
all I can say is one day at a time, guys.
A lot of pissed off baby mamas. That's all I'm saying.
Anyways,
No more King Kong.
dude, let it go. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you next week with Armando El Cacahuate. Next week will be on the podcast. Wear your sunglasses. You might be blind out. Chew should be back next week.
I'll be gone.
Because I know he has a leg to pick with Armando. Homeboy, don't forget later on, I think tonight, 9 o'clock.
Actually, like in 30 minutes, I'm coming on another podcast.
Yes, if you get
My
a chance,
podcast.
jump, watch Mr. Quez's podcast, Cafe
Cafe Cheese Man, guys, at 9 o'clock.
Jump on on Have One and check that out. It's more of an adult entertainment thing. So we will see you next week, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Guys, thank you once again. We hope everything goes well for you guys. And like always, guys, latest gators. Peace out, guys.